have no idea what hell awaits you. No, I do.
How many people have you loved?
I'll never be alone.
But what? But I can't believe you. What?
I don't know, Doctor. Looking back, I think it may have been real butter.
Your husband murdered 3 children.
Alright, I'll bite. What up, everyone? I am Gallant Havoc, and I am conflicted. I am very conflicted. So as you all know, my favorite movie of all time is The Crow. I've loved it since high school. I watched it on repeat, and now I keep to the tradition of watching it every Devil's Night, October 30th. So naturally, a remake, reboot, reimagining gets announced years ago. And naturally, I was conflicted then. No one could replace Brandon Lee, the late great Brandon Lee, who passed away during the making of the original Crow. So that movie is his legacy. It's his magnum opus, his final act, for lack of a better pun term. But so the remake gets announced years ago with was Corin Hardy, I think, was set to direct it, or was it Colin Trevorrow? I think it was Corin Hardy. And then, Luke Evans, famous for Owen Shaw, Bard the Bowman, Dracula, is set to star, and that didn't fly. Fast forward a couple years, Jason Momoa gets picked as the new actor, and I think it was a new director as well. I don't remember the name, and once again, that got axed. So the remake or new Crow movie was, for lack of a better term, in development hell, and now we are finally getting the real thing with Bill Skarsgård. And seeing the images, seeing the trailer, naturally, I'm saying that a lot, naturally, everybody's skeptical, downright critical, but me, I'm not going to say I'm excited for it, but I'm keeping an open mind. I'm not saying it's going to be good. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm not saying it's going to shit on the legacy of Brandon Lee, because honestly, I don't think it is. Because we have had Crow movies and a TV series since. And obviously not all of them were very good. But they're a guilty pleasure of mine. Now then we run into the whole thing about it's Eric Draven and Shelley Webster again. Which, Brandon Lee's legacy, his final character. See, it's conflicting. No matter what way you cut it, it's conflicting. And Alex Proyas, the director of the original film, already expressed his distaste of it, but here's what I'm saying. I'm keeping an open mind. This is a new... I don't even want to call this a remake. It's a adaptation. With none other than the creator, James O'Barr, as a consultant. Now the current director as well actually made an adaptation that I really liked. And some of you might hate me for this or shit on me, but it's my subjective opinion. Opinions are subjective. Deal with it. And that movie was Ghost in the Shell. I actually really enjoy this movie. Both, obviously, the original is a work of art. There's no contest, no comparison at all. Which brings me back to this. I'm not comparing the two at all, even though it'll be hard not to. Because I want to see how this goes. I am the king of having an open mind. Like, I sat through the TV series. Stairway to Heaven, City of Angels, Salvation, and Wicked Prayer. 2 of which were okay. The one was eh. And the show was decent, and it was Eric Draven, played by Mark Dacascos. Yeah, Mark Dacascos. And for a TV show, it was really good. But this just feeds back into the stigma that is leave Brandon Lee's legacy alone. Anything afterwards is shit, which I don't want to say that. I want to see how this goes. I'm keeping an open mind. Bill Skarsgård is a phenomenal actor. Rupert Scott, I think his name is. Rupert Sanders, sorry. Rupert Sanders made a decent film with Ghost in the Shell. Shoot me if you want. There was the whole fiasco with the whitewashing, but honestly, what anime character looks like they're actually Japanese? And I remember the creator of Ghost in the Shell was involved with that too. Not Hayao Mizuki. Yeah. Like I said, I'm obviously conflicted about this, and I want to see how it goes. And from that trailer, it looks all right. The effects are good, the sequences are good, the action set pieces are fucking phenomenal. And it's not even a Red Band trailer. It's just, oh, you want to see a guy get shot in the face with a shotgun? Boom, done. And when he shoots through his chest to get the other guy, that is classic Crow. That is like such a Crow move to do. Like, you look in any one of these comics, you're gonna find something like that. Obviously the best. This one, though, highly recommend Death and Rebirth. It's a very bit of that Japanese adaptation of the story, which, again, we run into the thing of adaptation. This new film is a modern day adaptation with modern day goth emo elements. Like, okay, I will admit, at first, when I saw the pictures of Bill Skarsgård decked out in the makeup, yeah, my first thoughts were Jared Leto Joker, DMC Dante, total betrayal of the actual look. But then when I saw the trailer and saw it in motion, it was the same thing with the Mario movie. I was not a fan of how Mario looked in the stills, but when I saw him in motion, completely different story. Same thing goes with this. And also, Hideo Kojima himself posted about it, but there is so many likenesses to the imagery you see in Death Stranding. The tar, the beach, the scene, underwater sequences, the souls of the dead, blah, blah, blah. That's like Death Stranding, but Crow. So, like, I still had that little voice in the back of my head saying, leave it alone, because obviously, leave it alone, but the creative, open-minded part of me does still want to see how it goes. So yeah, that's all I'm really saying. Don't shit on it yet. Wait and see how it goes. If you don't like it, fine. You don't want to go see it, fine. But as a fan of not just the movie, but the comics and guilty pleasures of the sequel films, the third one's the best of the sequels. Not really a high bar. The original's way up here. The sequels are like down here, but the third one's the best. Anyway, the third one's the best of the sequels. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say. I wanted to talk about this. It's been gnawing at me for the past couple days since I saw the trailer, and let's just see how it goes. That's all I'm saying. Keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. Calm and reasonable. Like, obviously, I'm rambling, but The Crow is something that is very, very near and dear to my heart. It got me through some really, really tough times. And, honestly, I've always low-key wanted to see more, especially in the form of a film or like an anime or something. A Crow anime would be fucking phenomenal. But anyway, that before I ramble on, I'm gonna try and stop myself there. Repeat my point. Keep an open mind. Try and keep an open mind. That's all I'm saying. So, The Crow, 2024, the trailer, the idea of the adaptation, the remake, whatever you want to call it. What do you think of it? Comment down below. Let's talk about this. The only thing I'm really not a fan of in this trailer is, or of the film, is the look, which low-key has grown on me. But anyway, point is, keep an open mind. That's all I'm saying. We'll see how it goes. So, in the meantime, I am Gallant Havoc. Wreak some havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.